Good morning, good morning, good morning to each and every one of you locked in with me at this time. It's 27 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Good Monday morning to you. For most of us, it's the first working day of the week. But there are those who, they work 24/7. Yeah, that's the way life is. Challenging at times, yeah? Nonetheless, like I said, it's raining on the outside, so if you're, about to leave home, please walk prepared. All right, Veronica Sandy says, good morning, GBN, Grenada Carrier, Kupidi Matney. Good morning, Gordon Innocent Joseph. Blessings to everyone. Well, same to you, Veronica. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Catherine Phillips says, good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Innocent. Happy New Week. Thanks, and same to you. How are we doing this morning? How was your weekend? Did you have a great weekend? Did you get enough rest? Did you get to complete most of the tasks you had set up? Did you get the opportunity to go to church? I hope you did. Yeah, it's important to connect, make that connection. It's important to do that, yeah. Nonetheless, it's 25 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Let's see what's happening. Let's get with the program this morning. Good morning once again. Urban Mason and family out there in Munich. Good morning to you. I'm going to stay in Munich for a little while. Good morning, Petlin and family. Good morning to my aunt and cousins up there. Auntie Joan. How do you do? I hope all are good, alright? Any foreign? I find foreign getting scarce, like everybody staying local now, no foreign. Good morning. Teacher Mary, the critical eye, how are you? All is well, hope you had a great weekend. Good morning to you, Mommy Gwen, inside of Belial. How are you this morning? Mr. Best, good morning to you also. Nice, wonderful. Okay, the word of the day today, it is a noun. It is a simple word with a big meaning. It's a four-letter word. That sounds strange, right? Yeah, as a little boy, I remember saying, Mommy, she cost me the four-letter word. Oh my goodness, those good old days, huh? However, the word of the day is the word yips. Y-I-P-S. Yips. And yips is a plural noun that refers to a state of nervousness that affects an athlete, such as a golfer, when they're about to make an important move or play. It is almost always used in the phrase, the yips. Okay, yips, Y-I-P-S. Yeah, that state of anxiety, that adrenaline rush that builds up just before you make that strategic move. Yeah. Whether it's time to bust out around the corner and straighten up on the home run, or whether it's to take that back frog lip to project forward with the shot put. Good morning, Mr. Devon George and family. Yeah, I was winning the shot put in McDonald College thanks to a technique that he taught me. Morning, sir, how are you? Yeah, the frog lip and, thrust. Okay, here's how we can use the word. Afflicted with a sudden case of the yips. Do tensed up and pulled his foot too far to the left. Yeah. Good morning to our nation's drivers. All right, good morning. Hey, you ought to be extra cautious this morning because the roads are wet. All right, the roads are wet, so traction might be a problem, so you want to give yourself enough braking distance in the event you have to make a sudden stop, okay? Please, please, please drive with due care and attention today. As always, you should, But today I urge you, let today be a no accident day. I saw an accident yesterday morning, and to me, I don't understand this. In a by road, a side by road, someone crashed a car on a, on a wall on someone's, yard. And it looked rather suspicious because the windows were down, the doors were open still, like that person left that vehicle in a hurry. Didn't get any report of any stolen vehicle, but nonetheless it looked that way to me. I hope there weren't any injuries or fatalities. I didn't hear of any. All right, now let's look at the thought of the day. Nadisha, good morning to you. That's our favorite part of the program, the thought of the day. And it says, never be a prisoner of your past. It was just a lesson, not a life sentence. Never ever be a prisoner of your past. It was just a lesson, not a life sentence. Take this one into consideration. I like it. Yeah, a lot of folks, including myself, at times, there was a time when, I looked back and, all the things that went wrong and I remained a prisoner. But, hey, it's just a lesson. And a lesson period nowadays, I think it's 40 minutes. Yeah, let it not last for a lifetime. It's not. It was meant to teach you something. All right? Yeah, you're supposed to learn from your past. To make better decisions in the future. You know what I'm saying? Good morning to you, TJ. Stop running, girl. All right, what's buzzing this morning? Get ready, folks. The Maggie King of the Grill comes up this Saturday the 29th of July at the Mon Rouge playing field. I hope everybody is preparing for that, all the chefs and them, come and give a good account of yourself. It's going to be one full day of fun. Also buzzing, the GUT 100 years old. That's the Grenada Union of Teachers. They're celebrating teachers, advancing education and nation building. That's the theme used to celebrate the Teachers Month this year. 110 years. That's a long time, yeah. Good morning to you, Mr. Jude Bartholomew. And by now, you know that also buzzing, the 2023 calendar of events for Spice Mass is out. Take a look at it. The best summer, activity. Now, Grenada should capitalize on its accolades as a means of improving its tourism product. That's from Spice Mass 2023, okay? Also buzzing, former Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin has cited the need for a change in the mindset among the nation's populace, particularly as it relates to criminality. Good morning to all the police officers of the nation. Good morning, Chinese. How you doing? See you calling me late last night, but by that time I'm sleeping already, I have to sleep to prepare it myself to come here in the morning, Yeah, Constable Flaming and the team out there at the Birch Grove Police Station, good morning to you all. Also buzzing this morning, congrats to Grenada's first-time bodybuilders. Placing second, men's physique competitor Odile Cato, and third, amateur bodybuilding competitor Charleston Miller. Anything we put ourselves to, we always excel, man. Yeah, we always excel. Now we have the names of the hurricanes for this Atlantic hurricane season. And the names for this, tell me, is your name on the list? Arlene, Brett, Cindy, Dawn, Emily, Franklin, Gert, Harold, Idalia, Jose, Katia, Lee, Margot, Nigel, Ophelia, Philip, Renee, Sean, Tammy, Vince, and Whitney. Yeah, some interesting names on this one, right? All right, innocent, don't go there. Some very interesting names. Good morning, Harold Paisady. That's what I was talking about. Take your minds off of that. Harold Paisady, the okie-dokie one. How many of you remember Harold and Troy on the radio in the mornings, man? Oh my goodness. All right, also buzzing. I am saddened to hear about the current health condition of Coach Harvey Glantz and ask you to keep him in your prayers. We know the impact Coach Glantz had on the track and field community, including Grenada's former world and Olympic champion Kirani James. But not only Kirani, but so many other athletes. We wish all for his speedy recovery. Yeah, say a word of prayer for him, please. Please, 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 please. Say a word of prayer for him. Okay, so those are the stories buzzing this morning, and of course, just after the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather, we have the conversation. So there are a number of topics to talk about, and if there's anything buzzing in your community that you think is worthy of mentioning, this is your time to do that. Those of you on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of Friday evening's television news. But those of you locked here with me, we've got the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather forthcoming. Stick and stay with us. Don't you go anywhere.
And so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Rhythms of Spice is back Sunday, June 11, 3 p.m. at Mount Cinnamon Lawn. A spicy, classy explosion of Grenadian talent featuring Project Music, Fahrenheit, Zorina Andel, Godson Brown, Cool Jazz Band, Angel Hobbs, Tivoli Dancers, and special guest Tony Paul and Vonette Bigford from Trinidad. Rhythms of Spice, June 11, 3 p.m. Mount Cinnamon Lawn. Tickets $50 on sale at Grenadian Optical, St. George's, Art and Soul, Spiceland Mall, Kenton's Pharmacy in Granville, and Go to Fed. More at the door. Children 12 and on the free. Sponsors: Grenada Tourism Authority, Ministry of Culture, Kalinago Hotel, Hubbard's, GBN, Boss FM, Real FM, HD Sounds, Danny D, Bridens, Independence Agencies, Gabriel's Rental, Cafe Skyline, and Comon Medical. Walk with your picnic chairs and beach towels.
Airlift capacity to and from Grenada will increase with the additional inter-island flights planned by Virgin Atlantic. The company announced additional flights which will operate from Barbados to Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The move reinforces Virgin Atlantic's commitment to the Caribbean, which remains hugely popular with its vacation travelers. The details in this report.
Virgin Atlantic has reiterated its commitment to the Caribbean by launching inter-island flying, making a wider variety of island destinations even more accessible. From 14th June, Virgin Atlantic will be the only UK airline allowing the travelers to easily hop from Barbados to Grenada or St. Vincent on its own planes, providing a full-service option for island hopping. The new inter-island services are set to provide both international and local customers with more opportunities to explore the Caribbean. Flights will operate between the island twice a week, with the economic fee starting at $307. Chief Executive Officer of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Petra Roach, says the authority is excited about the new flights.
We're really pleased that Virgin Atlantic has been given fifth freedom rights to sell tickets between Grenada and Barbados. Barbados is actually our second largest producing island in the Caribbean. And as we know, we have continued to struggle a little bit in terms of getting back the capacity to where it was in the previous years. So this ability to sell tickets with Virgin Atlantic between the two islands is certainly a welcome addition and will give us a much needed boost to our Caribbean traffic. So we just also wanted to clarify that this is not a new plane, it's not an additional plane. What is happening is that Virgin has been given fifth freedom rights to sell tickets between Barbados and Grenada. So those persons who leave Heathrow, they either disembark in Barbados or they disembark in Grenada. But this now gives Virgin the ability to pick up passengers in Barbados and bring them through to Grenada. Virgin Atlantic currently flies twice a week into Grenada on Tuesdays and Saturdays. They're using the A330s 300, which have a total of 266 seats. And the only restriction in terms of their ability to sell these tickets is that they can only sell economy tickets. So that will be 185 seats in economy. And obviously, you then have Virgin Atlantic and Virgin Holidays selling twin centres as an option as well. The Virgin traffic comes out of Heathrow, and this we've seen out of the UK market is a really good hub for us. So we welcome the news, and we know that it will do extremely well.
Hannah Swift, Caribbean country manager at Virgin Atlantic, in a release stated, and I quote, "I am incredibly excited to be able to offer our new inter-island services to both holiday makers and locally to our Caribbean customers. It's so important to be able to provide reliable, frequent services between our Caribbean countries, offering opportunities to connect with friends and family, do business, and enjoy the wide variety of experiences that we have to offer throughout the Caribbean," unquote. For GBN News, I'm Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Through support from the European Union, the World Bank, and Caribbean Catastrophic Risk Insurance Facility, Segregated Portfolio Company, CCRIF, SPC, Grenada was able to secure discounts on its tropical cyclone and excess rainfall policies. More in this report.
Government has renewed its insurance policies with the Caribbean Catastrophic Risk Insurance Facility, Segregated Portfolio Company, CCRIF, SPC, ahead of the 2023 hurricane season. CCRIF, SPC, which provides a parametric insurance coverage against natural hazards such as hurricanes and earthquakes, has been operating since 2007, with Grenada being a founding member. Grenada currently holds 4 policies: tropical cyclone, excess rainfall, earthquake, and Caribbean Ocean and Aquaculture Sustainability Facility, or COAST. The tropical cyclone, excess rainfall, and earthquake policies will ensure a financial payout to government to aid in the recovery process should Grenada experience an event severe enough to trigger the policy, according to CCRIF SPC's models. In the case of the coast policy, coverage is provided to fisherfolk against losses due to bad weather and direct damage to fishing vessels, equipment, and infrastructure caused by tropical cyclones, wind, and storm surge. The coast provides livelihoods protection, payments directly to fisherfolk if the policy is triggered. The policies expired on May 31st, and the government elected to renew coverage effective June 1st, 2023 for 1 year, with gross premiums amounting to US $1.5 million. Through support from the European Union, the World Bank, and CCRIF SPC, Grenada was able to secure discounts of its tropical cyclone and excess rainfall policies, resulting in total net premiums of US $1.2 million. With this policy renewal, Grenada can receive a maximum payout of US $42.3 million in the event of a tropical cyclone severe enough to trigger the policy. Maximum payouts for excess rainfall and earthquake events are US $4.4 million and US $4.1 million respectively, while total cost payouts can reach US $1 million. Other mechanisms such as the Catastrophe Deferred Drawdown Option, CAT-DDO, and the Contingency Fund financed through CBI, receipts are additional disaster risk financing options available to government to respond in the event of a natural disaster. Christina John, GBN News.
Grenada should capitalize on its accolades as a means of improving its tourism product. That's one of the sentiments emerging from the Grenada edition of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank ECCB's lecture series. In his contribution to the Grenada edition of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank ECCB's 40th anniversary lecture series, panelist and chairman of Antillean Inc., Dr. Angus Friday, suggested that Grenada use awards it has won toward propelling its tourism product and, by extension, its economy. While explaining how winning regional and international awards can help to increase awareness about the island and boost its credibility, Dr. Friday called on residents of the country to capitalize on its many achievements.
You know, these are things that you hold on to and you run with it when you get it. You can't sit around and say, well, let's see what drops out at the end. I mean, this is a gold mine to have something like that. When people come to Grenada, they hear that, we have clean air, gold in Chelsea flower show. But when you arrive in Grenada and you drive on the road, you're not really seeing that. So we need to take these accolades and build on it. Let people actually see it when they come.
Grenada securing 16 gold medals at the Royal Horticultural Society's Chelsea Flower Show in London was one of the examples of accolades the country has won, which should be reflected across the island. Chairman of the Citizenship by Investment Committee, Mr. Richard Duncan, explains.
So just let's go back to the goal in Chelsea. Having one goal, if anybody asks us for a 20-foot container load of anthurium lilies or any other flowers we have in that day, we can't ship it out. So I'm saying doing these things to me are great. The question of monetizing and really have us create wealth, as we like to say, we need to take it, to that point. Now let's come back to SU, and it's the same thing because we have not thought through how do we build out to use the ecosystem to capitalize. And I'll tell you, if other islands had SU with its brand, its size, and its reach on their island, trust me, it will be a different outcome. So I'm saying that I don't have all the answers, but enough talk has gone on, and I think it's time that we sit down to Dr. Friday's point.
In the latest addition to its list of accolades, earlier this week, Grenada's Grandance Beach was also ranked in the world's 50 best beaches of 2023, the official ranking of the world's top beaches. In more good news, renowned University Berkeley Valencia will present an honorary Doctor of Music degree to highly regarded entrepreneur and music and entertainment public relations executive, Grenada's Yvette Noel Sher, at its 2023 commencement ceremony on July 10th. A press release said the respected industry veteran, known for her work with Beyoncé, Prince, John Legend, and Chloe and Halle, among many others, will be recognized for her extraordinary career accomplishments, her dedication to the music industry on a global scale, and her work to promote multicultural diversity and inclusiveness for future generations. At the ceremony, the honoree will have the opportunity to address the graduating class of 2023. Noel Sher is a self-made entrepreneur and highly regarded music publicist with more than 3 decades of experience in the music industry.
Shop at Southern Electrical for all your security camera needs. We offer a wide variety of cameras ranging from solar cameras with or without lights, 4G cameras, Wi-Fi and PoE kits, 4th channel, 8 channels, 16 channels, replacement cameras for PoE, standalone Wi-Fi cameras, wall lamp or bulb, floodlights with cameras, watch cameras, pen cameras, and much more. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Southern Electrical, best value, expert advice, quality product. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook today.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
3 counts of arson and 1 count of murder were laid against Vendome resident Kevin Penny as he made his first court appearance at the St. George No. 1 Magistrates Court on Friday. At around midnight on Thursday, May 12th, Penny reportedly went on a rampage, inflicting multiple chop wounds about the body of Jason Joseph, who succumbed to his injuries. He later set fire to the house of the deceased before doing the same to 2 other houses in the area. GBN understands that a bystander who attempted to intervene also received chop wounds to the upper and lower body and was hospitalized. The accused was shot in the leg by police and had been warded at the General Hospital under heavy police security. Friday, Penny was escorted into the courtroom in a wheelchair by police officers. Though the media was not permitted to enter the courtroom to hear the accused plead, officers later revealed that Penny had no legal representation and was remanded to His Majesty's prisons. He is scheduled to return to court on June 22nd, 2023. During a search of a barrel at the St. George's Port on Wednesday, 31st May 2023, customs officers discovered 6.22 pounds of cannabis, which carries an estimated street value of $54,460 EC dollars. The barrel was in the possession of Jeremy David, a 32-year-old sound engineer of Cook Hill Road, St. Andrew. The barrel and its contents were later handed over to the police, along with Mr. David, for further investigation. As a result, Mr. David was subsequently arrested and charged with the offense of possession of a controlled drug. He appeared at the St. George's Magistrates Court today, Friday, 2nd June 2023, where he pleaded guilty to the charge. He was remanded to His Majesty's prisons pending sentencing. Mr. David is scheduled to reappear in court on Monday, 12th June 2023. In more police news, police are seeking assistance of the general public in locating 16-year-old Zakim Philip, alias Pamol, a student of Concord St. John. He's about 5 feet 8 inches in height, slim-built and brown in complexion with black hair. Zakim left his residence on Thursday, 1st June 2023 and had not returned since. Anyone seeing Zakim or has any information about his whereabouts is kindly asked to contact the Criminal Investigation Department at 440-3921, Police Emergency at 911, Police Hotline at 444-1958, or the nearest police station. Former Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin has cited the need for a change in mindset among the nation's populace, particularly as it relates to criminality. He says while there has been a reduction in criminal activity on the island, members of the public have an individual responsibility to guard against becoming victims of crime.
You need to ask yourself, members of the public, what are we doing to harden our own targets, to prevent ourselves from being robbed or breaking and stealing? And a simple thing as having a dog at home is a very helpful thing. So how are we doing to target, harden our respective positions? And what are we doing to prevent ourselves first from becoming victims of crime?
This was among Edwin Martin's last words of advice to the nation in his capacity as Commissioner of Police before proceeding on a pre-retirement leave on Thursday after an illustrious 37-year career, 5 of which he served as the nation's top cop. The The former police chief warns against complacency, noting that times and circumstances have changed.
Many people are still leaving their vehicles open and then complain they lost articles, personal items, and otherwise. Persons are leaving their houses unlocked simply because we still feel that Grenada is a very safe place. But our circumstances has changed. Things have changed, and our attitudes have to change in respect to criminality in two contexts. One, what can we do to protect ourselves first? And secondly, how can we better partner with the police to ensure safer communities and societies?
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell agreed with Martin's comments, however noted that Grenada is still one of the safest places in the world.
The whole of Grenada approach to ensuring that we minimize violent behavior and that we minimize criminal activity is important. And the points raised by Commissioner Martin in terms of ensuring that we do not become victims of crime is also important. And I think we need to emphasize and double down on that. But I certainly expect that the Royal Grenada Police Force, the government, and the wider public will work hand in hand to ensuring that we continue to make Grenada a safe place.
While there has been a reduction in criminal activity during the first quarter of the year, especially sexual crimes against women and young girls, the RGPF has been observing an increase in the number of illegal guns, gun-related and violent crimes compared with corresponding data for the first quarter of 2022. Officer in charge of the Eastern Policing District, Superintendent of Police Kenneth Gill, told reporters 19 illegal firearms have been confiscated for the year so far, 2 of which were involved in recent shooting deaths. According to Superintendent Gill, the RGPF has mounted several operations with plans to institute a team of officers to deal specifically with the issue of illegal firearms.
We know to do that, we also have to have persons trained and skilled to recover such firearms. So the Commissioner and the Executive are looking to form a team of officers just to deal with illegal firearms. Also, it doesn't just stop at Grenada, but the region are trying to form this team to see how best they could curb that situation. So minimize the use of firearms in our trial and state, and to also see how best we could stop those firearms from coming into our country. So we do gun tracing also, firearm tracing, so we could get the originality of where these firearms come from.
For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
The second annual Grenada Dive Festival kicked off this week to a great start, bringing together dive enthusiasts, conservationists, and marine scientists for a week of activities geared towards promoting the conversation surrounding marine conservation. Details in this report. This year's second annual Grenada Dive Festival is in collaboration between the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Grenada Scuba Diving Association and several conversation groups, including Grenada Coral Restoration Foundation, Ocean Spirits, Sustainable Ocean Alliance, and Women in Clean Tech and Sustainability Caribbean Hub. While the event began in 2018 as the Grenada Dive Festival, last year the festival evolved to incorporate conservation and sustainable activities. And this year, there is a focus on involving more locals in the process. And since June 1st, 2023 marks World Reef Awareness Day, a massive beach cleanup was hosted in and around the Wildwoods Park at BBC Beach, which resulted in the collection of over 100 pounds of trash that is expected to be recycled. Dr. Kenneth Carter, veterinary surgeon, wildlife vet, and conservationist of Ocean Spirits, also did a presentation on ocean and sea turtle conservation, highlighting the work done by Ocean Spirits.
And every piece of trash you take off the beach is potentially saving a turtle that might be exposed to, whether it's an adult turtle or a new hatchling. So hopefully from this, more people want to go out there and volunteer. You can come volunteer with Ocean Spirits. It's sea turtle conservation and research. If you're not on the island, you can find a conservation group on your island. We're also part of the wider Caribbean Sea Turtle Network. So if you're on another Caribbean island, you can volunteer with them.
Papa Gruel of United Nations Global Compact and Sustainable Ocean Alliance, SOA, spoke of the importance of today's activity.
Well, Sustainable Ocean Alliance Caribbean Hub works on bringing together youth to fight climate change. So we are all about grassroots efforts of beach cleanups to going to the mangroves and educating locals about the need for that, how mangroves are such a powerful filter in nature for us to have resources such as fresh water, and also just bringing together knowledge about seabed mining. Right now I'm wearing a shirt that says deep sea mining. It's because we're trying to put a moratorium against deep sea mining in the Caribbean. We want to make sure that we have these spaces that are available for future generations, and that will only happen through collective good. If we continue to do good together and bring about awareness, do citizen science work, push our legislation to protect these places, that is how we will be able to have a sustainable future.
Tiffany Gear of Aquanauts Grenada was particularly pleased with the support received for this year's festival.
The objective of Diving Conservation Festival is to highlight the various conservation organizations within Grenada, empowering the local community as well as local participants and international participants to become aware of the various conservation solutions that exist to create a sustainable future for all of us, the planet, future generations, people, each species. So what we did is we actually took not only underwater conservation efforts, but as well as land conservation efforts, highlighting each industry within Grenada, be it, obviously coral restoration projects, we have sailing, culinary, bird watching, obviously plastic pollution, that's where we have the beach cleanup today.
Kason Charles, project lead at the Grenada Tourism Authority, used the opportunity to promote the GTA's volunteerism program launched to encourage visitors to the island to volunteer their time to support a charitable cause.
Our volunteerism activities shines light into the possibility or into the idea into persons visiting our island and having a tangible effect on the island. We have persons being able to come in, volunteer their time, their service, their skills, and develop different aspects of Grenada, different aspects of our ecosystem, different aspects of how we can put into our local communities.
The festival continues Friday with a plant-based culinary farm-to-table experience and sustainable sailing with Savvy Sailing. On Saturday, a reef cleanup and lionfish hunting activity will be hosted by Aquanauts Grenada. Activities continue on Sunday with bird watching hosted by Von Francis at Blue Horizons Garden Resort and will conclude on Monday with a closing ceremony at the Tower Estate.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you ride, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you ride, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Grillmaster. Now available. Grillmaster Takeaway. Healthy choices of dinner is available every day from 5 p.m. A solution to end your day with healthy, hot meals. Are you tired of fried, greasy foods, junk food, high-calorie food before bed, leading to a bad night and sleep? Grillmaster brings the solution for you by offering customized, hot, fresh, healthy grilled food sustainable for after workout, your keto diet, and those who love greens. Let your last meal be your next day fresh start. Grillmaster is second to none. Advance your order for pickup or delivery at 439-3737 or our WhatsApp number at 1-473-423-3737. Grillmaster, second to none.
On Caribbean Passport, it's time to tour St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Planning a destination wedding? Well, Barbados is more than a beach getaway. And let's enjoy delicious cuisine from Chef Chris De La Rosa, right here on this station.
Records at the traffic department shows that a total of 1,447 accidents were reported for the year 2012, which includes 3 road fatalities. 2,946 accidents were reported for the year 2022, which includes 8 road fatalities. This is a significant increase of 104%. This is alarming. When a family tragically loses a loved one, does it matter whether by means of a gun or a motor vehicle? To avoid accidents, drivers and pedestrians alike must exercise extreme caution when using the road.
Mentioned the wing kai, then you have things like manuals, close combat, you know. We have the
All right, welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's 15 minutes gone past the 7 o'clock, and it's time for the conversation. And I do hope that you're having a wonderful day thus far. Wherever you are, I hope all is well. And just hoping that, you prepare yourself for the weather. As you heard the weather forecast, it should be getting better around the midday, but in the interim, be prepared, yeah? 16 minutes after 7 o'clock, and what's buzzing this morning? Okay, buzzing this morning. Right, let me get this. We have a number of things. Don't forget the thought of the day. Never be a prisoner of your past. It was just a lesson, not a life sentence. All right. We've got the Maggie King of the Grill coming up on the 29th of July at the Man Rouge playing field. Also, GUT celebrates 110 years of existence, and that is a milestone. And they're going along celebrating Teachers Month, which is usually the month of June. The theme for this year's celebration is Advancing Education and Nation Building. Okay, that's the theme. Okay, we've seen that the calendar of events for the carnival season has been published. Okay, also buzzing this morning, former Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin has cited the need for a change in the mindset among the nation's populace, particularly as it relates to criminality. All right, that's also buzzing this morning. Good. What else is buzzing? Congrats to first-time bodybuilders. We've gotten the second place in the person of Odell Cato, and third place in the amateur bodybuilding competitor in Charleston Miller. Congratulations, guys. I think my TV producer has the four. Yeah, there it comes. Good. Yeah, Grenada again. Okay. Also, we have the list of the hurricane names, a very interesting list of names. All right. And we're asked to, offer our prayers to the coach. He coached Kirani and quite a number of others. Harvey Glantz. Okay, he's not doing too well. So, yeah, these are the stories that are buzzing. But like I said, if there's anything in your community that you would like to bring to the fore, you can use this opportunity to do that. And again, I urge you to be as brief and to the point as possible. All right. Okay, not too much of the preamble. Get to the program, as we often say. 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning to you, listeners and your viewers. I'm somewhat disappointed that today is World Environment Day, and not a word has been said thus far. I want to commend the the St. Joseph 7-Day Adventist School for deciding to highlight, to get the students involved today. And they're going to wear colors, they'll dress up to wear colors, highlighting the need for protecting and saving the environment, along with also marking World Water Day. They did not do something for Water Day, so they'll be doing something today in relation to water. And of course, looking at the diet, so I thought that is very excellent. Now, we have not, as a nation, we talk a lot about climate, we talk a lot about, environment and so on, and this is how we treat a major day. In fact, this year, World Environment Day is 50 years old. 50 years old. And we should be ashamed that we don't mark a milestone like that. Linked to that, we had a situation in my village, Lacaloom, over the weekend on Friday where the Ministry of Health came and sprayed. I have no problem with the spraying, but at least they could have told people that they were coming. So those of us who have allergy, which I'm being affected severely by right now, would prepare. And I would say indicate, I know you say don't stay too long, but give me a chance to just say this. In terms of, we are having more and more serious allergies. Allergies are staying longer, are becoming more complicated for people. Yet we don't do our part. There's this neighbor who complained about the Ministry of Health did not inform us. But yet this same neighbor continue on a regular basis every single day, spraying insecticides in the open. So much that another neighbor had to draw her attention yesterday that she was killing her. And her response was, I'm spraying to kill lizards. Are we supposed to protect the fauna and the flora in this country? Why are we so cruel? I'll leave it at there and probably take it up later. We need to really do something about how we manage our environment in Grenada.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Have a good one. 21 minutes after 7 o'clock. All right, a quick peek at our Facebook page, and Arthur Langine says, good morning, my brother from Brooklyn, New York, where it is cold. Up there it's cold, yeah. Well, come home, come home. That's all you got to do. All right, Moni Williams, good morning, GBN, Grenada Broadcasting Network, Karakupidi Martinique, Gordon, Mr. Innocent, my fellow Grenadians, happy Monday to each and every one of you. Blessings from New York. Okay, Anne-Marie Thomas, good morning, Mr. Innocent. Pleasant and amusing. Wishing you and the GBN family a blessed day. Thanks, and same to you. Desmond Clovey, good Monday morning, everyone. Good Monday morning to you too, Desmond. Good morning, caller.
Yes, Mr. Joseph, good morning. Greetings.
Greetings, welcome.
I wish to support the utterances of your last caller. The fumigation of a couple days ago. Now, thank God, I have my problem, and I take have decided to take the necessary protective measures. But I was caught off guard. And inside the little place of a board, for at least an hour and a half after I had to put on my gas mask, anti-gas mask, the respirator I used to protect myself against this show. Why didn't they? That is the question. Inform the people in the village that this was going to happen. He has spoken of certain other people in the village. I know of an elderly lady. She's elder than me. Just imagine that. Suffering with asthma. Now, what sort of thing is that? Isn't that disrespect for the population, Mr. Gentleman, Sir, Mr. Joseph, sir? Isn't that? And they expect people to sit down and continue to accept these things. In other words, take a slow and painless death. No. I'm calling on the Ministry of Health. Next time they intend to do that, they pass around and inform the people. Some of the people may have to move out, go somewhere else, or take necessary measures. Why do they do that? Disrespect for the people of Grenada. We don't know where this disrespect comes from. Because many of them they believe adulation and kowtowing and truckling is respect. No, respect. And pay attention to this. That's why I will never stop, Mr. Joseph, sir. Respect emanates from the care and consideration for the rights of others. That's where it starts. And so if you're in power, you ought to first demonstrate, to manifest respect for the common man. By the way, I want to end on this one, Mr. Joseph. You speak about going to church from time to time, and I love that. Piety is important for us. I'd like you to get your pastor to speak on, quote unquote, Matthew 23. It's a book in the Bible. We ought to know it. I was going through a little thing that I have there which talks to me and reads the Bible. And I was stunned. I had to play it 3-4 times. Matthew 23. You know about it, Mr. Joseph?
I know.
You must get your pastor to talk about it one day. And if possible, to come on radio. And because no pastor prayer in this country have spoken about that book. Or not, it's a book or chapter, whatever it is. It's interesting. Anyway, have a nice day.
You
and
too.
to the Ministry of Health.
Yeah.
And even there's one more thing too. The question of burning and this no burning policy, zero policy that the police and what does nothing works. They disrespect people. They're burning. They're killing themselves and the thing is they will smoky beep out. How evil we are. Shameless, institutionalized hypocrisy is what this country is built on. But I have to break it down before I die in this here country. Have a nice day, will you, sir?
Citizen Ruler, have a good one yourself, all right? Okay, on a serious note, I don't know what went wrong there, but I know usually there is a fog in scheduling, and that is usually publicized. So I don't know what went wrong there. Okay? So Ministry of Health, we've got to do better than that, okay? Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Hello. Yeah. Now, most of the people who do things are innocent like you, but some more innocent than you. Because I'm wondering if this thing, what Mr. Roland and the other people have said is true. Just praying without even informing people. What I have in my mind, most of us learn, I wanted to say learn, but learn is quite different. We read things and we cogitate it, but we do not know how to put it in reality. In other words, We might learn the rules, how to spray and how not to spray. But when the time for we to put it in actual practical situation, we don't know how to do it. And I think this is a problem. We do a lot of rote reading. We do not understand what we read. We regurgitate it when the time comes. So we cannot analyze it. This could be the problem. It's time that people, most of us, so maybe I'm including myself too, most of us, we do things without analyzing what we have done or what we're likely to do. And this is what I think is responsible for the situation, especially in Grenada. In fact, to me, we have a lot of people, as we will say, square pegs in wrong hole or wrong pegs in square hole. So we have people that are not eligible to do what they are doing. Maybe they have people like you who lead, and you just take them to work, irrespective of if they are able to impart the skill and the knowledge plus. This is the problem with us.
Okay.
I know a lot of people must be vexed with me now. Saying, why do this man?
Well, that's a normal thing. Have a good one. Oh my goodness. All right, one of the WhatsApp contributors says, good morning. Someone please tell the nation about the contracts given out for security by government. Why that man got the 2 biggest contracts? Why NDC supporters were sent home by him and only NNP working? Why the worst security in the world was not removed to secure the market and vendors' goods? It's like that man eating overload on the NNP, and now he's barely rising while NDC supporters must sit there and watch. PM Mitchell, get that right this morning and make sure NDC foot soldiers are eating the pie on their plate and find out who undermining our security, getting a bly. Never a dull moment, 29 minutes after 7 o'clock. Yeah, well, you know, what has to be done, you know, but I sincerely hope that Grenada will not, although there were appearances of it, but I don't want us to get into this kind of village African style of politics when, you know, a particular tribe is in office. It's feeding time for the supporters of that tribe, and then the other tribes have to, you know, take the downside. You know, I keep saying this, and I really want us to get that in our cabeza. Election is a season. When the election season is over, nation building is for everyone. Everybody has to get on board. Whosoever is elected into office must look after the interest of everyone. So let's get that straight, you know. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent, not so guilty.
Welcome to the program, man.
Yeah, boy, years now trying to get you every time something, I'll let overtalk me and everything. But let me say this. There's a word called education, and there's also another word called learned. We have many learned people in this country, but not many educated people in this country. Because to my mind, from my perspective, what is the purpose of education? Is it just to give you knowledge so you could go there and talk? Or is it the purpose to prepare you to lead a good life and to help your people lead a good life? You know, this is what I would like us to consider seriously. Now, Grenada is basically an agricultural country. And from my point of view, we have small land space, and everywhere I pass nowadays, some concrete is growing up. And every time you put concrete, you cut a tree, you disturb the soil, and you do not improve the environment, the breathing and living environment of the country. What we need in Grenada is food. I noticed going up the lane by Blue Danube, I see a tractor disturbing the rock thing up there. And I wonder if that was approved by physical planning. That's just one of the things that made me wonder what is education and what is learned in this country. Now, apart from that, we're talking agriculture and we're talking agro-processing and so forth, and we're talking this food and that food. Grenada could produce good nutmeg, good cocoa, good bananas, good spices, right? And we could put sauce up in that. And choose 5, we have 5 good crops. Concentrate on these crops. Grow them properly. Grow as much as you can so that you can export the remainder, because we must use the good things that we produce ourselves. So people like Food and Nutrition Council must educate us. They must tell us, if I eat a bulgur, what kind of nutrients I'm getting from it, what kind of dietary fiber. So our foods, analyze our local foods, our yams, our bananas, or other root crops, analyze that and let us know so we can make the best interpretation for ourselves and teach ourselves and our children to eat the good quality food that we produce in this country. May God help us to get educated. Thank you, Innocent, and I'll go much further.
You too. Thank you. Have a good day, right?
You too.
Good, bye-bye. All right, folks, it's 27 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Mentioned the Winkai, then you have things like Manumos, Rose Combat, you know. We have the low power there.
It is kind of like the same man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake. I'm baking this weekend.
Join us Fridays at 8 on GBN Television, K105 FM, GBN's Facebook page, and YouTube channel for We Culture.
Welcome to the highly anticipated second season of Caribbean Medical TV, the first and only medical TV series that showcases the Caribbean and the emerging issues on all health and wellness forums in our region. Like Season 1, the voices of our very own citizens, our local and regional doctors and medical experts forged the basis of the show. This season, we take the first groundbreaking original show even further. This series aims to empower our people with knowledge from ways of detecting.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. The conversation is on. Right. Okay. Right. Moni William, Mr. Innocent, very interesting names for hurricanes. Want to know where these people come up with their names. Okay. Paul Street says, hope you are not violating copyrights for the use of the phrase, don't go there. I think so, man. Nah. Lydia Cameron says, good morning, Innocent. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you, Lydia.
Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning to you.
How you doing?
Not too bad, and how are you today?
I am good. Did the people adhere to your request?
Well, yes, few of them.
Okay.
Yeah, we're really trying to get this thing going because that situation is going to turn Grenada around, you know. Trust me. I really pounding at it because there is a need for this organization to succeed because we have to turn around this country and turn it around fast. Now, listening to this radio station every day is an opportunity for people to make amends and to work together. But I discovering that we're getting a little further from each other. You know, we cannot continue with this hate in order for us to turn this country around. You know, we're stuck in what you call theory. We are bright people, but brilliance have a danger. You know, when are we going to practicalize the learning that we have? You know why? We can't because we stay in negative. We criticize, we drag down. Instead of trying to pull together to turn around each other, we drag each other down. We have to stop this. I keep saying this over and over, and sometimes I repeat it myself once too often, but I have to say it because repetition is important. We have to stop this dragging down this political fight. We have to stop it. If we want to change this country and to make a better place for the young ones that is coming up, we have to turn around. We have to preach love, peace. We have to preach togetherness, helping people to go forward, changing our economic status. Other than that, we will not be a better people. I'm calling our Grenadian people to please.
Caller, let me ask you this, Let me ask this. Where do you think this so-called animosity among the populace, where, as it relates to political ties, where do you think it comes from?
Well, let me tell you, if you check on from 1951, what you call Sky Red, from the Gary era, you will discover that we have development, but we don't have wisdom. We develop, we're struggling and fighting, but we don't have wisdom. Somebody says analysis. We cannot analyze. We take information, but we cannot analyze. And if we could have analyzed, we would know definitely where we are. It was placed a lot of months, a lot of years ago. We could have seen that we're coming here, right at this spot, because we have degraded ourselves in terms of our wisdom, And so the politics is one of the worst things in the world. The politics, the rhetoric of the games of the politics is what creating the problem. And the politicians, I don't know how long it's going to take them to recognize that they are the danger. They are the ones that is creating the problem. When you put your people to fight, your citizens to fight each other, you fragment them so small that we cannot even have a conversation. And so the politics have to turn around. The politicians have to understand that they are the problems. They are the ones that is creating the problem. And as long as they continue with this fighting each other, pulling each other down, getting their supporters to fight each other, we'll never be able to turn this. It's going to get worse daily.
But I'm happy.
Getting to the point where we will not have people to lead this country. We have a leadership deficit,
I am very happy that you raised that, because there are times I see a high level of hypocrisy among the politicians, and I'm talking across the board, because on one occasion you would see them embracing each other and laughing and talking, and having, good conversations, meaningful conversations in a good frame of mind, good mood. But then on the other hand, on another day,
listen to them.
You listen to them. So
hypocrisy.
It has the people in a state of confusion.
We lost.
Yeah, because today you're embracing, and tomorrow you're attacking. So where do I stay?
That is the science of politics.
Yeah.
That is the science. That is the political science.
Hence the reason why it said. Hence the reason why it said.
Guy. That's it. Fool them around, make them believe that you like them, and you're using them. Let me say that. I don't want to take too much time, but let me tell you something. This country is caught up in 15 constituency, and I call it 15 different governments. Every representative or the masters of us, we're the slaves. And what we do is to keep them going, to enrich them. to help them to survive.
Okay.
They don't have any interest in us.
Okay.
I worked this out a lot of years ago. Politicians don't have interest in the well-being of the citizens.
Okay.
And so we, the citizens, must understand that and don't toe the line at all.
Hence the reason why they said.
Critical of all of them.
Hence the reason why they said in politics you make no permanent friends or permanent enemies, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, caller. Have a good one.
I'll listen to you.
Good, bye-bye. Yeah, good. All right. 18 minutes going up to 8 o'clock. That is the time. 8 o'clock workers, you should be close to work if you're not there as yet. Okay, we lost that caller. Good morning, Gordon. How are you doing? I trust you had a great weekend. Good morning, Grenada. Thanking God for a beautiful sunrise. Blessed Monday to all. So says Kathy and Adams. Good morning, Kathy. And Solange. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm all right for the time being.
That's nice to hear.
Yes, Mr. Gordon.
Uh-huh.
Yes. I have a little issue down on the south concerning land and a coconut tree which I planted.
The south is where?
Grandlands Valley.
Okay, talk to me now.
Yes. I went to the police. They want me to go back to survey land and call them. I surveyed the land about twice already. I have my documents in my hand.
What seems to be the problem there?
A coconut tree that I planted since so much years now, but the other side stating that my own die and their own that come up.
Mm.
So I went to ministry, lands, they show me everything. They tell me there is a drain from Manhattan to Sugar Mill. And I was told that the drain is the boundary. You on your side, you stay on your side. They on their side, stay on their side.
And on whose side is the coconut tree?
My side.
Okay.
If a land is not surveyed, anything is anybody own. Well, after the land has been surveyed, things will change. We either lost or we gain. And I cannot have peace with my soul. I would like the Ministry of Lands to come and sort out this situation because, I want to live. I have my master to do what I have to do. I would like a calling on the Ministry of Lands, a third work to go up there to come and sort out the situation.
Hear what?
Please?
If I give you an advice, would you take it?
Yes, I will.
Okay, is it okay if I interject a little humor in this situation?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Simple. Just do a DNA test on the coconut tree.
You see how the coconut tree is lean to it. I don't want to damage nobody's property to it.
Okay.
Because how we lean from my side to the other side. So that is why I'd like the ministry come.
Okay. I mean, neighbors always should resolve that. I mean, when the coconut bearing here, you pick some, you give the neighbor some, and
No. Just they don't do that.
You don't do it? Okay.
And also I would like if Mr. Augustine could get Mr. Lane, is Mr. Lane's name, to come back and to give us some advice on boundaries and our rights and our wrong. And then, you have a private property, and then voters government on governmental land, and they're giving you so much stress.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope you find an amicable solution to that situation, all right?
All right.
Okay, and all the best. Have a good day.
You too.
Good, bye-bye. Good. 15 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is the time. 435-2041. That's the number to call. So let's head back to the telephone line. Good morning.
Morning, brother.
Hi, how are you?
Well, this problem with this coconut tree. With me as a lady, and I plant a new tree, go into my boundary, and I get rid of that. Get rid of the confusion.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. You see, that is the problem there. I mean, my take on that problem easy to solve, coconut tree and being one or two, when you pick it, just share it. Oh gosh. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Hi, welcome.
And good morning to Grenada.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Innocent. I heard you talk about something just now about different political party and political persons and whatnot. I have been a supervisor for a lot of years.
Supervisor of what?
Agriculture.
Okay.
Farms and so.
Okay.
And I've never employed somebody and asked them what is their political aspiration, which side, whether NMP, NDC. I have never, and I will never employ somebody if I have to and ask them about the political aspiration. If you are an MP, and you could do the job, you will be given the job. If you are NDC and you could do the job, you will be given the job. If two persons come and I have to make a choice, I'm looking for the better worker.
All right. That's how it should be.
I've never done it yet, and I've managed different farms already.
Okay.
This nonsense should stop.
But let me ask you this.
Politicians are responsible for it, you know.
Let me ask you this. In your experience and exposure to that thing, does that really happen where you go for a job and they would, because they know, they think, not sometimes they don't even know, because I could be jumping up for NNP and all the time I am a NDC, or I could be jumping up for NDC and when I go and vote I'm a NNP. So you never really know who someone is voting for. But do we really have situations and instances where people are denied a job because of their perceived political affiliation?
Yes, I could justify that.
Wow.
I could justify that there are instances. There are people again where they send home. NMP in power, you send home people because they do something wrong. NDC in power, you send home people because you think they do something wrong. And you fill this vacant with somebody else.
Okay.
That should not be.
No, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't be. And I could testify, and nobody who know me could say that about me.
Okay.
The fact remains is you will always have NMP around, you will always have NDC around in the political field. You are gay right the same thing.
Yeah.
But this thing has become a sort of rotten thing.
And it's killing the country.
It's getting worse.
It's killing the country.
It's getting worse, and it shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's really killing.
Right.
It's creating a kind of, division in the country, man.
To put it on NDC, don't take out the NDC to put it on NMP.
All right. Okay.
And I think that is going on too much now, and it is not a good thing.
All right.
When I go to a shop or go to a place, I am not concerned about who is NMP and NDC at the time. We are friends. We're going to drink together. We're going to eat together.
Yeah, that's how it should be, man.
And that's how I know it.
When election day, you go and put your ex where you feel like.
Yes.
That's your personal
some of my
business.
Top past friends, some of my top friends presently are NDC supporters.
Oh, so that mean you are NNP?
Yes, I am. But I'm not going to make that be a barrier between me and the person. Never.
No, it shouldn't.
I hope in life never have to be a barrier.
It really shouldn't, because at the end of the day, I keep saying this. When the Black Wizard did a song, when the carnival over, when the election over, we all have to live.
Exactly.
So...
And people like Black Wizard knows that about me.
Because okay.
You call Black Wizard name.
Right.
He grew as one.
Okay.
He knows that about me.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it's time for that nonsense to stop.
Yes. Put a stop to it now.
People must be given a job that they can do. And if a person not pulling their weight and there's an NMP, the management has to get rid of them, get rid of them.
Right.
If an NSC not pulling their weight and you have to get rid of them, get rid of them.
The job should be given on merit.
Exactly.
All right. Thanks, caller.
Good.
Have a good one. And having heard from this caller here, Ernesto Jose says, I happened to listen to Minister of Carriacou and P.D. Matnick debunk the lies that were told by Senator Cox last Tuesday and calling on him to stop with the lies because he knows better. The houses in Dumfries was just a shell without any plumbing done. No cabinets in the apartments, no electricity, and it was a letter that was given to people who wasn't properly bidding during an election season. No one buy any furniture to move in, as Cox alluded, and Mr. Cox knew the people who sent home contract wasn't renewed because of their political appointees. So Mr. Cox, please stop. According to the people of Carriacou and P.D. Matnick, leave Senator Cox alone. Good morning, caller.
Pleasant good morning.
Welcome. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
All right. How are you doing? Everything good?
Yeah, under the weather as usual.
Nice. Well, stay there.
Yes, I just want to say good morning to Minister Philip Telesford.
Okay.
Have a blessed day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Thanks. Minister Telesford, she wants to say hi to you. All right. Have a good day. All right, right. Paul, good morning to you. Okay, Paula. I find this particular caller has really stirred you up, right? You call his past and good morning. Hi, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. And how are you, sir?
I am alive and thankful.
Thank God for that His grace and His mercy pull us through.
Yes.
Right. I want to say something, though. I heard a gentleman speak about 1951 to the time now with this politics thing.
Sky Red and them thing.
Sky Red and thing. But if we go back and we look at it with Lucifer and Judas, these are the things that happening since in them time.
Right.
Because what Judas do to Jesus and what Lucifer do to God, right? And it's a curse. So he hand down into the world and the politicians just continue to using people with it.
Right.
Right? So let's leave them politicians alone and put we trust in them master and think go up right.
Well, I believe that after you vote who you want to vote for, that's a done deal signed and sealed. Yes. Everybody come back together as one. I mean,
them politicians pushing the jargon because the idea is they sucking fire and them sitting down in the back.
Okay.
Because look, they have propaganda machine. They have what you call cheat stratters, but they're not talking about the porcupine that doing the crime. You get it now?
I get you.
You get it?
Yes.
The porcupine that doing the crime. Because all other fishes in the sea feed the porcupine.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
And then them little thing going in between the porcupine. So anybody who eat the porcupine, they end up, they either die or they stay with the snake. So that is the porcupine size.
So they might
put Jesus first.
They might as well put it in the smoke and pipe it.
That's right. Have a nice day.
Have a good one yourself, caller. Folks, it's 7 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We take a final commercial break in the segment. We'll be back after these messages for the wrap. Don't you go anywhere. Stick and stay with us.
We say, yeah, GBN we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box we say, I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box we say, I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box we say, we'll be jamming here on a Thursday.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
You know, one day I woke up and, you know, they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. You know, nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver, you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian put their hands out, looking directly at you, indicating that they are going to cross. And only when you have come to a complete stop, that is when they will quickly and safely cross to the other side. And then you continue happily on your journey.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact, wait for
pedestrian to cross. Then you happily continue on your journey.
This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
You see, mention the wing high, then you have things like, man, you must come back, you know.
Welcome back to the rap. Welcome back to the rap. Someone says here, one of my WhatsApp contributors says, Innocent, good morning. I think it is time to hold politicians accountable for what they promised. They should be fined for promises made and can't fulfill. They should be under oath. Politicians don't speak truth to power. They only want to be elected and then say to the voters, remove me now if you can. Okay. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
Okay.
The gentleman who spoke about Judas and Jesus and devil and God, I'm glad he said that, because this is where the human nature gets this sinful condition. And the things that whether politicians or business people or citizens do is because of the sinful nature of the human being. And that is why I keep saying we need to repent. That's why Jesus came, right? When Satan did what he had to do to God, God made himself into a human being to redeem us back to himself. And so Jesus was the one who was God made man. He was called Emmanuel, God with us. That was to bring us back into a condition whereby we would not be as we are now. So we have to repent, accept that, and allow God to change our nature.
Okay.
That's what the scripture says. Therefore, if any man be in Christ, he's a new creature because
yes.
God transforms.
Nice.
Okay? So we need to be transformed by the renewing of our mind and accept Christ as our personal Lord and Savior.
Thanks, eh? Have a good morning, eh?
Yeah, you too.
Before you run off, tell Mr. Langain in New York good morning from a place. Just say,
Good morning, Mr. Langain, whoever you are.
Right. Yeah, he's your best friend. He always talks nice about you. You know, he likes to hear you talking and stuff.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something, Innocent. Jesus came to save man, right?
Uh-huh.
But the religious people crucify him, you know.
Okay.
It's not the sinners that crucify Christ, it's the religious people.
Right.
That's why I tell you, God never ordained, sanctioned, or endorsed religion. He endorsed the relationship with his Son, the Lord Jesus Christ. We don't need religion. Religion is a curse. We need Jesus. When we have Christ, we become new. We cannot do the things that we would normally do when we don't have Christ in us.
Okay.
We need a transformation. That is the transformation we need.
All right.
The spiritual transformation.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Have a blessed day.
You too. Finally, one of my good friends, WhatsApp contributor, says, good morning, Innocent. I tell you all already, this thing all started when the Jamaican lady came here and introduced the color thing. It could only stop when Grenadians stop referring to themselves as NNP or NDC and start realizing that we are Grenadians. Also, the politicians must be more concerned about building Grenada rather than securing power at any cost. Also, too many Grenadians sit down without a skill or certificate and depend on party to give them a blight to eat our food. No future plan. Truer words have never been spoken. Folks, this is where we've got to wrap it up today. Once again, all those of you contributed one way or the other, thank you for being a part of the program this morning. And have yourselves a productive day. Remember, wherever you are, look at the weather and make sure that, we be prepared for the weather. All right. Okay. Have a good day, everybody. Love you. Bye-bye. This is it.